Hello, and welcome to this demonstration of Poll Everywhere, poll software that you can use in real time in your lectures to help stimulate learner discussion and hopefully engagement in the content that you're trying to communicate. To use this software, you go to the Poll Everywhere webpage, which is demonstrated here in the URL bar at the top of the web page. And when you get there, you're going to click on the Get Started button, that orange Get Started button there. And when you click on that, it will take you to a page that asks what type of user you are. You're going to click on the You're Presenting button, and that's going to encourage you to create an account. Okay, so you go through and fill in your details, and when you're finished, you click on Create My Poll Everywhere account. Okay, I'm going to log in because I've already done this stage. And once you've created your account, it will take you to this dashboard page. So this is where you keep track of all of the polls that you create. You can organize them from here. There's content on the left-hand side that will show you, take you through how to actually embed the polls directly into your PowerPoint presentation if you wish. Or you can just navigate to your web page here when it's time to show the poll for the learners to access. So you're going to create a poll, and you can either go up to this Create button on the top left-hand side, the bar on the left-hand side, or you can go to the button in the middle of the page, Create Activity. When you click on that, it takes you to your poll creation page. And as you can see here, it defaults to multiple choice, and that's the example we're going to do today. You have lots and lots of other choices, many other choices of poll types that you can do. Okay? But we're going to stick with multiple choice for today. So in the title page, you're going to enter your question and then provide some options. Clicking in each one of those text boxes, you can type in your possible options, and when you want to add more options, you can click on that button, to the Add Option button, to get another text box up. And when you've put in all your responses, you can click Add Another Activity if you want to add another poll, or click Create to just create the one poll. So now what it's doing is it's actually taking you to the screen where the poll exists, okay? And this is the screen that you would share with the audience so that they can kind of see the responses as they're adding in. If you want to go back to your dashboard, because maybe you've got more polls to create, that sort of thing, you can click on polls in that top left-hand corner, and it'll take you back to that dashboard. And now you can see that poll that I've created there, and it's linked. So when you're ready, you can just click on that poll and it will take you back to that page, where your display page that you're going to show to your audience. So there's two ways that the audience can access this poll once you make it active. They can either access it by logging into a web address, which will be shown at the top of the screen here, and it's got a unique URL that only these students can log into. Or they can also text using their mobile phones for multiple choice questions. And they've got a phone number there, and they can send one text to that number and put the code Ginny Brunton 842 into it in order to be registered with Poll Everywhere. And then they can text their answer again to that same number. So they need to send two texts the first time they do it, one to register and one to actually complete the poll. Okay, so once you've got this poll set up, you can configure it a little bit. So you can decide maybe you only want people to respond on the website. Maybe you only want them to text message. Maybe you want them to do both. Okay, so you can select those options if you want. You can also set up some restrictions about who can participate. You normally would have them respond with their screen name, which they'll be prompted for when they first go to Poll Everywhere or they text to that number. And then the last thing is the response setting. So you might be in a test situation where you want each person to only be able to respond once, or they might be able to respond as often as they like. You might want to let them change their answers or not. Or you might want to send a reply message. So you can, under the test bar here on the right hand side, you can see what the poll will look like, both for the web version and for the text message version. And then to present it, there's some instructions about how you actually do it under present, okay? And how they can share. So when you're ready, you can make this full screen on your projector, your screen projector in your lecture hall, and then you can hover your mouse over the right hand side and you'll get this menu bar up in the top right hand side, and so that will let you adjust the display if you want to add color or customize it in some way. You can do. This second button, Activate, is the important one. This is the one that makes the poll live so that they can actually put their responses in. And you can either choose whether or not to have the responses come in real time so that they can kind of see the numbers going up and down, or you can wait until the very end, till everyone's voted, and then display it all at once. If you're going to use this particular poll, like for example, if you were doing a course evaluation, you were using it for course evaluation, you might want to lock the responses when you're done so that you can analyze it later or use it later in your course evaluation. Or you might want to clear the responses for the next time you use it. So to activate it, you just turn this button on, so it's dark blue like this, and then students can start responding. When you're done with the poll, you can either click on full screen here to make it go back to the smaller version, or you can hit escape. And so what I was going to show you is the web version. If I can do, I'm going to pretend I'm a voter so that you can see how it works. So if we go over to Poll Everywhere, poll.com/ and there's the user code, the unique poll code. So this is what the students are going to see on their website when they log into the website. So they can look through these and click on the one they think is the right answer. Okay, and once they've chosen, the screen changes slightly. And if you go back over to what the entire audience is seeing online up on the projector, this is the response rate that's coming in. So as different participants provide the response, these numbers will go, the bar chart will change. So learners can see in real time what the responses are. So that's basically how it works. You can use the same principles by creating word clouds or question and answer responses, even competitions. And to get out of this particular poll, you can go up to the top left-hand corner to polls and click on that, and it takes you back to your dashboard. And you can see it's green there because we've actually run that poll now. So that's just a very brief demonstration of Poll Everywhere software. I hope you will play around with it and make it your own.